Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Blondest Podcast. I'm your host, Savanna Boda.
And I'm your co-host, Tyler.
Yay. And today we're going to have an awesome episode about treatments, not facials, if you inferred from the title. So I get this question all the time on my Instagram. Savanna, how do you go from doing fluffy facials to transitioning to doing more medical grade treatments, procedures, and things like that? And it's hard, and you'll lose a lot of clients. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that right off the bat. I'm not going to lie to you. If your clients are used to getting fluffy, hour-long facials, and you're wanting to go more medical, you might not keep those clients. I have clients that want that, so I always refer them out to a day spa or another esthetician that I know specializes in doing more facial massage. They want that like lights out, like vibe music on, shoulder massage, scalp massage. Like who doesn't want that? That's great, right? But those types of facials are not going to give you results. And so you really have to define what you are as a spa or as a med spa. So if that's like what you do and you love it, keep it. I personally got into this industry because I had acne. I struggled with acne and I wanted results. And for me, being an esthetician, I always worked with like doctors, med spas, things like that. I never really did fluffy facials, even right off the bat. Like everything was so medical and so medically driven, like lasers and microneedling. And like the fluffiest thing I ever did was a hydrofacial or a microdermabrasion. I never did facials. There came a point in my career where I like really wanted to do that. And so when I went solo, I didn't have a medical director. And that was really my opportunity to kind of dip my toes into that side of aesthetics and really try it out. And I mean, I was like, when I first started, like I did 60-minute facials. Like it was a whole experience. Like I sprayed aromatherapy. Like I had LED lights. I turned the lights off. I put on some like vibe music. Like I rubbed their shoulders. I rubbed their face. I did everything like jelly mask, like facial rollers, like cold roll. I still do cold globes for one treatment. But I mean, I did the whole 9 yards, like the whole thing. And I loved it. I really liked it. It was great to get clients in, especially since I couldn't get my hands on medical grade chemical peels. I couldn't microneedle at the time. I couldn't do a lot of things. So that was really what my business was. And then there came a point where I got a medical director and I wasn't feeling fulfilled because I wasn't getting results from my clients. And I was like, okay, I did that. I liked it. But if you think about it, I'm making $120 in 1 hour. Versus if I did a 30-minute chemical peel and I could charge $300, whatever at the time, I'm making more money in a shorter amount of time and I'm giving my clients results. And that's when I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. I want to give people results because I'd have clients, they'd come and they'd cancel because like, it's just like, yeah, it feels good. Yes, it's professional exfoliation. Yes, you're getting extractions and yes, you're doing things to make their skin look good for a couple weeks, but like you're not getting rid of acne with these facials. You're not getting rid of hyperpigmentation. You're not doing much, And there are a lot of spas that do it well where they kind of marry the two, which is what I did for a while too. When I was transitioning, I was like, okay, I want to give them this upscale luxury, like day spa vibe with medical treatment. So it was like medical meets luxury and had a baby. And that's what I was doing for a while.
I think that's when I started to see you as like the transition period.
Where they're still getting results, but they still had that personalized touch.
I miss that personalized touch.
Yeah, I don't have time for that anymore.
For me.
No, not even you. So that's really what I started to do. And my business took off and it started doing great. But as a solo esthetician, I didn't have time to take care of every single person and continue to do that. And I wanted to help more people. And so I completely stopped doing facial massages. Like I will massage your moisturizer in for sure, but I started doing more advanced treatments than I even did when you started coming. Like I wasn't doing big chemical peels. I wasn't doing, skin pin microneedling. Like you can't massage someone's face when you're doing a big, deep chemical peel. Like after you peel them, like sunscreen very lightly putting on, you're not massaging the face, And I cut out all those services that really were not giving results. Now I still do some facial massage, very like a minute. It's not my specialty. I'm very big about knowing like what I'm good at, and I'm good at getting results, and I'm good at doing invasive procedures like that. So that transition, I did definitely have clients that were like, oh, like, but I still want to go get like fluffy facials, like, and you're not doing that anymore. And so I'd have to refer them out, but I didn't lose money from it because losing them made me have more opportunities for clients to come in that wanted the results and they wanted to see a results-driven esthetician. Now, there came a point where I brought in the hydrofacial, which I had talked in the past that like I wasn't the biggest fan of hydrofacials, just because I don't think they're results driven, and I still stand by that. I don't think you're going to get rid of your acne with a hydrofacial. I don't think you're going to get rid of your hyperpigmentation with a hydrofacial. I don't think you're going to get rid of fine lines and wrinkles with a hydrofacial, but I do think it's an amazing treatment for before an event. I think it's great for maintenance. I think it's great for getting out any clogged pores. I think it's great for professional monthly exfoliation that you can't get at home. Like no one can replicate the results of a hydrofacial by themselves at home with skincare products. Like it 100% has a place in the industry, but it is not going to do. Like I had a client the other day that was like, should I get hydrofacials for my acne? And I was like, no, like I don't even like doing hydrofacials on inflamed acne because physical exfoliation like that, something dragging across the skin is the worst thing you can do for inflamed acne. Now, if it's like underground acne, congestion, yes, it'll help some, but I still think chemical peels and there are other procedures that I would prefer for that type of acne and acne in general. But anyway, so the best and first thing I have for advice when you're transitioning from doing facials, start calling them treatments. People are like, oh, I'm coming in for a facial today. Always correct them. No, this is a treatment. Because when you think facial, you think massage, you think, steamer, you think the whole 9 yards when you hear the word facial. Treatment, you have a different mindset. Your clients have a different mindset. I'm going in to get a medical procedure. I'm coming in to get a medical treatment. I'm not coming in for a facial. Facials don't give results. Treatments do. So really changing your wording, especially when it comes to things on your service list. Stop calling them facials. Start calling them acne treatment, not an acne facial or whatever it is. And that'll really help kind of expectations for your clients and also your business as well. So I always try to nix that. Like I've had clients before where I've done a chemical peel and I'm like, okay, we're done. And they're like, that's it. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like massage your feet? Like, yeah, that's fucking it. That's a peel. You're here for a peel. That's a peel. Obviously, you want to elevate that experience. And we still do at my spa where we give spa water and, the rooms smell nice. We have candles burning. I dim the lights for some treatments and things like that. But like, I'm not doing a full 60-minute facial on a client anymore. Like that's off my menu. That's off my service. All of my treatments are treatments. They're not facials. And, do sometimes I miss giving facials for sure. I think it's therapeutic for me on the giving side because it's just, you can slow down, you can really just kind of, especially from coming from a dance background. Like when I was doing facial massages, I'd kind of time it to the music. So when the music would do something, like my hands would do something. I mean, it was so fun. Like I loved that point in my career, but I wasn't making money from it. You don't make money when you're doing, $100 60-minute facials. It's good money, but you're never going to be at a place where you're wealthy in this industry if you're just doing fluffy facials all day, every day, because time is money. And also too, results bring people back. Fluffy facials, yes, they feel good, but if you think about it, we're in a recession, money's tight, inflation is up at its highest point. If I am not an esthetician, I'm just a consumer, and let's say I go get my nails done, I get my hair done, I get my Botox and filler, and I go get a relaxing facial every month, right? What's the first thing I'm going to stop doing? I'm probably going to stop doing the relaxing facial. Why? Because it's not giving me results. I have skincare products I can do at home. I can't do my own hair. I can't do my own nails. I can't do my own Botox and filler. Like for me, the chopping block first is going to be the facial, 100%. Yeah. Like that's where I'm going to stop paying money. So when you think about that, kind of take yourself out of the equation and think like, okay, how do I keep clients coming back in? You have to give them something and obviously guys, I'm not trying to say clients can give themselves as good of a facial at home. Obviously not. It does not feel the same when you wash your face versus someone else washing it. It does not feel the same with someone massaging it versus someone else massaging it. Obviously the touch is such a special thing, but results is what keeps people coming back, things that they cannot do themselves, you know? Like a lot of the times when we're doing facials, we're using products, you know, that are back bar products, but products that clients can purchase at home. You know, like when I was doing facials and I used Glymed, like there was a couple things in Glymed products that like were professional only, like, you know, like the lactic acid treatment, the intensive professional exfoliation. Like there were things that I used obviously that like clients could not get their hands on. But I mean, using the ultra hydrating enzyme mask on them, like they could have done that at home. Using the deep pore cleanser that bubbles up, like they could have done that at home.
The daily repair cream.
Yeah.
Like anything.
All of it. Like most of it except like maybe one step, you know, like the exfoliation part, like they couldn't get, you know, but anyways, keeping that, go.
Well, I was just saying, like, I feel like also when you change, like you were talking about, it's really good that like you're also changing your demographic that you're appealing to, because like the people who are coming in for like just like the fufu facial and facials and stuff like that are probably people with already decent skin or good skin. And so like you're saying, like that's their first thing that they're going to cut out. Like it's not a necessity. But when you switch to doing treatments and you start actively targeting like skin concerns and anything in that realm, they're people who are coming in to be committed to changing their skin. So it's not going to be the first thing on their chopping block, and you have more consistency in clientele because people aren't coming in for a birthday chemical peel or a, like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like it's like they're coming in for a regimen and they're going to be way more committed to you and to their skin than someone, because you're going to have a lot of like not consistent clients when you're doing facials and stuff like that. But when you have treatments and you're actively targeting things, it's going to be more consistent and people are committed to it. And it's not going to be the first thing. Yeah. It's not going to be like, they'd rather probably not get their nails done.
Yeah. Like if I had a full face of acne and I was on an acne regimen and I was seeing my client and I had budget things, I would be like, okay, I'm just going to stop getting my nails done or I'm going to stop doing Botox. Like my skin would be number one before my hair.
Absolutely.
Like,
maybe. But
before everything. No, literally I'd let my roots grow out. Like if I was in that position that I was in when I was broke and I was 18, I didn't get my hair done. I didn't get my nails done. The only thing I spent money on was getting my acne.
Yeah.
Like I remember, because I lived it, like 100%. Like I didn't care about my hair. I didn't care about my nails. I didn't care about Botox and filler. I wasn't even getting it at the time. So that didn't even matter. It wasn't even a thought. But for me, all my money, like I literally wouldn't eat out. I wouldn't go shopping. Like before I bought clothes, before I bought Starbucks, like my budget was literally any extra spending money was for my acne, 100%.
And I don't think like the way we're talking about it, it's not like scammy at all or anything like that. Like it's literally just, it makes more sense financially as a business, but also for clients, for people. Like it's all around. Like I personally think, and like you're saying, there's a place for facials.
There's a place for everyone in this industry. And that's what I'm saying is it's not competition. And if you are one of those people that do fluffy facials and that's like your thing, like 100%, like keep doing it. I'm saying I get the question a lot from people that this is what this podcast is about, is people that are asking for advice saying, hey, Savanna, I've always done 60-minute facials. How do I transition to being more of a medical spa without losing clients? Like that's what this podcast is about. It's not saying everyone needs to be a results-driven esthetician. It's not saying like that you're a piece of shit if you do fluffy facials, because you're not. Like I love them. Are you fucking kidding? Like I want someone to make love to my face like that.
I'm literally, now
like,
you're
I miss doing
You're
it.
inspiring me to make you do it to me. So we'll talk over the details.
But I mean, I was there and I did it and I loved it. And like, I thought that would be my business forever. But when I took a close look at like, you know, what I wanted to be in this industry and what I wanted to be known for, I really wanted to be on the more medical side. And the only reason I wasn't doing it right off the bat was because I didn't have a medical director. So I literally could not do it. And so I had to make do with what I had. And I had a steady clientele. I was making great money. But obviously, like now that I'm doing more high dollar treatments and they're quicker treatments, like I'm obviously making way more money than I was then. And it just for me made more sense. And it's what I wanted. And it wasn't even about the money for me. The reason I wanted to do more medical treatments is because I wanted results. And I mean, we can all sit here all day long and we can argue about it, but like you're not going to get results that you would with medical treatments that you would with a facial.
Yep.
Like at the end of the day. But that doesn't mean facials are a scam. That doesn't mean facials are bad. Like I love facials. Like I don't want anyone to misinterpret this podcast at all that like I'm shitting on facials because I'm not. I love facials. Like I want someone to do that to me. And there's places for everything. Like a lot of times when I get my clients clear and their skin is clear, they start going to see another esthetician because they want, now that their skin's clear, they want to experience that. Like I have clients like, I can't wait till I don't have to come in and have my face burned off every week. You know, like I can't wait until I can just go and get like a nice, relaxing, deep cleansing facial with the lights out and just vibe, you know? And that's amazing. And that's good. And I always recommend estheticians locally to me that do that kind of treatment. But then on the other hand, I have clients that come to me from their estheticians that don't specialize in that. And we trade clients all the time. So, I mean, there is room for fucking everyone. Like, I can't tell you how happy it makes my heart when I hear I have a client come in. We always ask during the consult, like, how'd you hear about us? And they'll say, my esthetician that I see for monthly facials sent me to you because she doesn't specialize in acne and she can't help me. And so, I mean, it's just knowing your limits, knowing what you're good at. And everyone, I always talk about this, have your niche, don't be everything. And that's why I stopped doing those types of facials, because I wanted to 100% solely focus on results and solely focus on acne, scarring, hyperpigmentation, and age management. And I didn't have time to do both. And it caused confusion in what my business is and what my business stood for and like what I did at my business. So there is room for everyone. Like people specialize in lash lifts and tints and brow lamination. I get my brows laminated because I'm fucking terrified of doing it myself. I can lift my lashes though. That's like a secret talent I have. I don't know why I'm okay with like lifting my lashes, but I'm so scared of like laminating my brows, but I am. Like I draw the line there. Like I have boundaries. Like, yes, I'm an esthetician. Yes, I can legally do it. Yes, I have a license for it, but I know my limits. I know what I'm good at. And so I think that's just like the thing to know is like, what do you want to be known for? Like, and you can be successful with all of it. You don't have to do results driven aesthetics and also be a waxer and also do lashes and also do teeth whitening and also do laser hair removal and also do 60-minute facials. Like you don't have to do it all. And when you do that, you're a master of none. You're decent or good. I won't say decent. Like you're good at everything, but you're not great,
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to be great at like one thing.
Yep.
Like, what is my like one thing that I'm great at? And so I used to do lash extensions. I had those on my service. I used to microblade, and I actually am good at microblading, but I stopped doing it because ethically I felt like if I'm doing one a week, how good could I be?
Yeah.
And for me, like if I was going to seek out a service and I knew an esthetician or whoever I wanted to do my brows was doing one brow a week, I would rather go to someone that does 10 a day. Like I'd rather go to someone that does this every day. They've seen more clients. They've done more clients, because the only way you really get good at something and learn and no adverse reactions is to do it a million times.
Yeah, repetition.
The more you do it, the more you see, the more you learn. And like I've learned the most in this industry by trial and error, 100%. Like the more faces I touch, the smarter I am, the better I am. It's not about the webinars. It's not about going to trainings, which are great and they do help. It's the day-to-day. Like what's working, what's not working, all of that. So I don't want anyone to ever think I'm like shitting on facials. This podcast is for people that are doing this, but don't want to do it anymore. And so my best advice is to be okay knowing that you might lose some clients and be okay with that transition because it'll pay off in the end. And it's never easy going from being like a steakhouse and then changing to being like an Asian fusion mix. Like, like you're rebranding your whole business and you're changing what people know was standard for you that they've been coming for forever. So, I mean, it is going to be difficult, but I think the best thing is really changing the way you talk about what you're doing and calling them, like I said, treatments, not facials. I'm doing a treatment on you today, not a facial, because the facial, when you hear the word facial, you think something completely different and you want to manage expectations of your clients and know that like you don't want anyone to be pissed off that you did a chemical peel on them and didn't massage their face. Like, bitch, I can't.
Yeah. And it's also like, I feel like definitely a big like part of it would also be being transparent with your existing clientele.
Yeah.
And telling them about the change that your spa and your practice is about to go through. Because I mean, you don't want them to walk in one day and be blindsided by it. Like, tell them that your services are changing and tell them about all the new services and like, phrase it in a way that gets them excited and talk about how it's results driven and talk about all the positives of it. And like, recommend to them what you think would be good for them and stuff like that. And I think you'll lose maybe less clientele if you would just like word up, change your stuff and be like, well, this is what we offer now. You know what I mean?
No, 100% talk to them and be like, we've been doing this 60-minute facial on you. And like, while it's great, I really, want to start targeting specific concerns and seeing real changes in your skin. Like your skin looks healthy, it's glowy, it's exfoliated, but like, I really want to be able to target these issues. And I can't do that in a 60-minute facial. Like we need to be doing chemical peels. We need to be doing lasers. We need to be doing microneedling. Like we need to be doing more advanced services.
And that's like one thing that I have seen and like been amazed by Savanna, because Savanna could literally pick up any item on the side of the street and sell it.
Thank you.
Like she is so good at talking to people, and like that's like honestly the most important thing with having clientele, having them love you, having them trust everything you say. It's all in how you talk to them, how you treat them, and like they would follow you off a cliff. I swear, if you went through a cliff and you said your skin will be better if you jump off this cliff right now, like they would jump. Because
that's so funny. I hope not.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying is like so much of gaining trust and doing that is like the way you phrase things, the way you talk about things, and not being so abrasive. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like,
and knowing that you're doing it for your client's best interest. And that's the thing is like what we do is for our clients. Like you're not doing this to hurt them. Like I'm not taking away 60-minute facials because I like hate you. Like I'm doing it because I love you and because I want better for you. I want more for you. I want to give you the best. Like you deserve the best, so I'm going to give it to you.
Yep.
And then if they're like, oh, well, I really loved like our, the more relaxing facials, then you say, well, there's an amazing esthetician down the street that I love, that I know really specializes in that. She loves doing it. And this is her card. And you know what? Let them go. Yep. Because you're going to waste your time worrying about one client when you have 10 others that are eager to get in, and you're making room for those clients that will want what you're giving and what you're offering. And also too, it all is karma. And that esthetician here is Savanna Boda sent this client to me. And then when the time comes when she stumbles upon a client that has acne or has a concern that she can't treat, she's going to send them back to me. And it's like this, nice return on investment, back and forth of like, you want a relaxing facial? Go see her. And then she's like, oh, you want acne and pigment? Go see Savanna. Yeah. And so there is room for both estheticians in this industry, because there are those clients that could give two fucks about chemical peels, or they're scared of them, or they just can't afford them financially. And like, or they just love a 60-minute facial. Like who doesn't? Like they feel great, But going back to the hydrofacial, the reason I brought that in is because I was trying to bridge a gap in my services. So my service menu, literally everything had downtime. Like there was not one thing on my menu that, well, besides the skin better peel and besides like some other little things and like dermaplaning, like there wasn't, it was either you're getting a chemical peel or you're getting microneedled. Like those were the services I had to offer. And I would notice like once I got my client's skin clear, like they, now didn't really need chemical peels every month. They maybe would come once a year for a good chemical peel during like peel season, or once they got their scarring gone, they didn't really need microneedling anymore. So like they'd always come back and like buy products because they always had to restock their products, but like they weren't getting services. And it was because I had nothing to bridge that gap of like the extremes. Like it was like very extreme. Like, like once you were clear, like it was like, okay, like what's next? And so I started to like, I wouldn't say lose clients, but they just, because they would still support the business, by buying products and stuff, but they weren't coming to get services. Yeah. And so that's when I was like, okay, I need to sit down and really think like, what could I do to keep these clients coming back that is going to benefit their skin, but isn't a chemical peel and isn't going to be, microneedling. And that was hydrofacials. And that really is when I was like, okay, no downtime, maintaining results, because I truly and wholeheartedly believe even once your skin is clear, you still need to maintain results with professional exfoliation. Yes, you can get amazing results at home with home care. Like y'all have seen my virtual before and after clients that never do a treatment and they get amazing results. I mean, that does happen. And I always tell people, like, if you have to pick one or the other, obviously get products, not treatments. But for the hydrofacial, I was like, okay, I'm going to bring this in because I want to retain my clients and I love them. Like you bond with them, you see them every month for however so long. And you love these clients and you want to keep seeing them and obviously keep them as clients and keep them on your books. So what could you do besides a 60-minute facial? And to me, my answer to that problem was hydrofacial. It's luxury. They get a little massage at the very end with it. Like, it's relaxing. I put my cool little TV on like an aquarium and you hear ocean sounds, and we turn the lights off and like you have a candle burning. So they get some of that from like my homegrown roots of where I really began, but you're getting a professional treatment still without all the fluff, you know, which I think hydrofacials are great and they do have a place in the industry. The reason I ever, like, when people are like, oh, is that going to fix my hyperpigmentation? Like, no, like it's not going to fix your acne. It's not going to fix your hyperpigmentation, but it is going to help with all over skin health. It's going to help your skin glow. It's going to give you that amazing, amazing, amazing glow. It's also going to help with congestion in the skin. It's going to help with those pores. Like, yeah, I love it for blackheads and pores. I love a hydrofacial. It's an amazing, amazing treatment. But again, like if someone's like, should I get a chemical peel for my hyperpigmentation or a hydrofacial? Like obviously a chemical peel is going to do 30 times 1,000 more, you know?
No, absolutely.
So,
and you know, like I feel like that's the number one thing. Like obviously I'm one who needs chemical peels for maintenance quite often just because super acne prone, but I have also very congested pores. So like there are sometimes Savanna will look at me and she's like,
you need a hydrofacial.
Hydrofacial like tomorrow. When are you free?
Yeah.
You're like, you can come in. Like you're like, I have a lunch at this time, but like just come in and I need to do it. Like, so I definitely know that you like it.
I like it.
Yeah, you
definitely do.
really like it a lot.
And I wouldn't have it and I wouldn't have spent $40,000 on a machine I didn't like.
Yeah. I thought it was more expensive than that.
I think it is. I really didn't look. I just was like, here's my card. Don't tell me.
But no, yeah, I like the hydrofacial a lot.
And it bridges that gap. I think the hydrofacial is great.
Now,
and that's why so many medical practices like dermatologists and plastic surgeons, they have it because not every time does someone want to do that. Yeah. And also too, people have life events and things that would come up. And so like I'd have a client be like, oh, they'd call and be like, oh, I need to cancel my chemical peel because I have to go out of town last minute. And instead of being like, oh, let's just change that to a hydrofacial, you know, I couldn't have done that because I didn't have it. So I was like, okay, yeah, like completely understand. Like we'll get you rescheduled next month. So I lost that client for that month. And so having the hydrofacial was like kind of that saving grace. I was like, okay, like this will still be amazing for your skin. It's going to give you great results. Like we can still do something, you know, even though it's not going to be a peel.
Yeah. Well, I feel like also you have a decent, I don't know how much it is, but like a decent amount of clients who come in for a specific event or they have a wedding or they have something and they have skin concerns that they want to get fixed by that. And it's like an amazing thing to have. Like you get them cleared and then you also have a treatment for them for their event. And like, then they love that. They love how they looked at that day and they want to come back for more of that and maintaining and stuff like that. So I feel like there's a lot of reasons to carry something to bridge that gap.
Yeah. And hydrofacial is not a facial. It's a treatment. 100%. Like it is definitely like a medical treatment. Especially when you're using boosters and things like that. Like it's just an amazing thing. I love it. I love it. And it has saved my ass when it comes to keeping my client retention. It has helped so much too when those clients, like they want something a little bit more spa-like, but you know, they don't want to just have their face like needled and burned that day. Like they want something to feel good. Like that's what the hydrofacial does for our business.
And I also think it's good to have like a big name also because like Skin Better is getting bigger, but not everyone, especially when you're like entering it into seeing an esthetician, you're not like, oh my gosh, Skin Better. You know what I mean?
Hydrofacial has done such a good job marketing themselves. Like it's a household name. Like everyone knows what a hydrofacial is. Like it is the thing. And that's what Skin Pin's trying to do too. Like people are asking for the Skin Pin, not hey, do you microneedle? Yeah. You're getting a Skin Pin treatment, not microneedling, you know? So it's things like that. So it does help definitely. But to wrap this up, the best way to transition, you guys, like Tyler said, be authentic and honest and open and have that conversation with your clients and be okay with losing clients. Refer them to someone else, pay it back. They will to you. And it's, you know, you have to go through uncomfortable growth to grow, you know?
Don't be scared of like the transition. Like, again, you may see a little bit of a dip, but trust in the process and know that it will work out better for you because it's what you want to do. So you're going to be more passionate about it. And like when you feel that way about the work you're doing, it's going to manifests its way into success.
Exactly. And too, for me, like I want to help as many people as I can. And like doing those types of they're exhausting. Giving a 60-minute facial is a lot of like work, like carpal tunnel. Hello. Like I just remember my hands just being so tight and sore. And I was doing like 8 of those a day. Like I, at this point in my life, like could only probably do 3 clients with 60-minute facials like that. I could only do 6. Like I could only do 3 if I wanted to give it my all. Like by the 6th, like my massage probably wouldn't have been good as the first one of the day, you know? And so I wanted to stay consistent and give everyone my all for every treatment. And like by doing quicker, more medical grade treatments that don't require a lot of like exertion with my hands, I'm able to treat more patients the same love and effort throughout the entire day.
Do you remember the gift I got for you?
Yeah.
I got her like these like hand massagers that like she would put, because that used to be a big problem for her with like her hands. Your hands used to be so sore, and you complain. You don't complain about them anymore. I guess it's because you stopped doing that shit. But
yeah.
It's like I got her these things where you
I don't know how massage therapists do that. And honestly, fun thing to think about, when I book a massage, like I want the like first or second massage of the day. Like I do not want to be a massage therapist is last client at 6 o'clock that night. Like
they're just gonna be like,
and be like, all right, bye.
Yeah, get out of here.
No, if you want like the best facial, like a 60-minute facial like that or massage, like you want to be one of the first clients of the day, because I promise you by the end of the day, like they're fucking tired.
Like maybe like the second one.
Yeah.
Like they've woken up.
Yeah.
They probably had their coffee. They're probably like
second
good to go.
or third is like the best. That's like the money spot on their schedule.
But no, this is a good episode. I think that like go for it.
Yeah, go for it. Do it. And we're rooting for you.
Yep. Okay, bye y'all.
Bye.